Africa's Catholic hierarchy refuses same-sex blessings. It says such unions are contrary to God's will. According to the Associated Press, in the greatest rebuke yet to Pope Francis, the Catholic bishops of Africa and Madagascar issued a unified statement Thursday refusing to follow his declaration, allowing priests to offer blessings to same-sex couples and asserting that such unions are contrary to the will of God. Before we continue, please take 1 second to hit that subscribe button. It shows us that you appreciate our content and would like us to continue creating this content, and it also helps us rank high with the YouTube algorithm. 90% of our viewers do not subscribe, so please help us out. The statement, signed by Congolese Cardinal Fridolin Ambongo on behalf of the Symposium of African National Bishops Conferences, marked the closest thing to continent-wide dissent from the declaration Francis approved on December 18, allowing priests to offer such blessings. The controversy has deepened a growing chasm between Francis' progressive, reform-minded papacy and the conservative church in much of the world, especially Africa, where the number of Catholics is growing at a faster rate than anywhere else. In a statement, Ambongo said it wasn't appropriate for African priests to offer such blessings because of the scandal and confusion it would create. He cited biblical teaching condemning homosexuality as an abomination in the African cultural context, where he asserted that LGBTQ+ unions are seen as contradictory to cultural norms and intrinsically corrupt. I can understand the point of view of the African Catholic cardinals. Culture and religion are deeply intertwined, and they influence each other in many ways. Culture shapes our religious beliefs and practices. The values, traditions, and social norms prevalent in a culture can guide the interpretation and practice of religious teachings. Religious beliefs and values can influence cultural norms, moral codes, laws, and social institutions. The interplay between culture and religion never stops, and the two are continually influencing one another. For example, Karl Marx suggested that religion can act like opium to people. More importantly, as religions spread to different parts of the world and encounter different cultures, they often adapt and change. So Christianity has taken different forms in different cultures, but the common denominator, in my opinion, is love. Love each other as Jesus loved us or as we love ourselves. So, we can see how contradictory it seems for an African priest to bless homosexuality, which is not acceptable in the African culture. With that being said, the political climate in so many African countries criminalized homosexuality and even called for them to be put to death. This is where we can understand Pope Francis' compassion, progressive, and reform-minded papacy toward the LGBTQ+ community. For example, a few weeks ago, Burundi's President Evariste Ndayishimiye said people of the same sex who marry in this country should be taken to a stadium to be pelted with stones once discovered. In a radio broadcast on December 29, he asked Burundians living abroad who practice homosexuality not to return home. In Zambia, gay sex is punishable by between 15 years and life in prison, and the law puts it in the same section as bestiality. Malawi's laws call for up to 14 years in prison for homosexual sex, with the option of corporal punishment for those convicted. Can we find a balance somewhere? Why do we want to take the life of a sinner while we have our own sin? Hate the sin and not the sinner. Can we do that? If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so we can be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.